I thank the Lord for His faithfulness, for His mercy and His grace in my life. I bless His holy name. I thank Yahweh for His goodness. I glorify His awesome name. Thank you for His love and for His guidance. In the name of His holy Son, Yahawahshaiya, I glorify His awesome name. I want to tell how merciful Yahweh was in my life. He brought me back from death, from darkness, and brought me into his light to walk and to live in His will, in His mercy, in His grace, in His faithfulness, in His word, understanding in His word. It's working so much in my life. It's working so much in my life. On the 2013, I was living in Germany, in a city in Hanover, small town in Linden, and I had an incident when I moved into that house. Just half a year later, I had an incident, and that incident changed my life. And I thank Yahweh for His faithfulness. And shortly before, He has pulled me to His holy presence, and yeah, I got to understand His word, and still learning, understanding to His word, and His mercy was great in my life. At that time, in 2013, that particular day, I was in tram going home from the city. It was around November, when I suddenly feel something like crawling on top of my head, like down, like a small spider. Feel like I was trying to get it off my head, get it off my face, but I couldn't see anything. But I could feel that it is there. I couldn't see anything, I could feel that it's there. So I went home, and it was getting worse, and it was quite getting worse, and I didn't know exactly what was it and how to go about it. So I was kind of clearing up the house and looking for anything that's crawling all over me, and start doing all those sorts of cleaning, extreme cleaning stuff. But it was getting worse. It was getting worse and worse and worse. When it was, I was just feeling all over, like small like small flies everywhere in the house, seeing everywhere dark small flies, and had the feeling that a small spider is crawling over my head, and I didn't know what to do, and it's getting worse, really, really worse. It's like it is there, but you cannot take it away, you cannot take it, you cannot get rid of it. And you feel it is there, but you cannot see it. And so after 2 weeks, I wanted to go for to church, but I couldn't go because it was so, it really get worse. And I called my pastor at that time, so he came with another church member to pick me up and the kids. So, and I described to him what was it like, and how was it like, and that everywhere in the house I see like dark crawling, moving flies, animals everywhere. So, and my head was so, I don't know how to describe it. It's like attack, as if as if someone is squeezing your brain together. And it was so worse. And he picked me up, and with the church member, they start praying for me, and start praying. And at that time, it did not tell me what was it, but I could feel that he had a clue what was going on with me at that time. And I couldn't understand anything at that time. I mean, spiritual warfare, I do not have any clue of it. And what what I'm going through at that moment, to explain, or to get an understanding what is going wrong, what is going on. I just felt all this animal crawling all over my head, my body, everywhere in the house. And it's just me. People are coming into the house and go, children are there, nothing. It's just me. It's just this, yeah, it's just me. It was so bad that I could not think properly, and my brain was so squeezed together. It fell, and you could not do anything physical or see anything physical. It's just, you could feel it so real. And I went to the doctor. I checked myself up and down, all over again. Go to that doctor, get that blood test done, get that test done, get all those sorts of tests done that require nothing. And all of them, doctor said that I'm quite fit, and I'm all right. So they continue praying for me. I start praying, and one evening I was in my house, in the living room, and I was crying and praying. I was crying and praying, and suddenly just kind of stopped for a short while, and I could sense in that moment from where the attack was coming from. So, and of course, not knowing what I should do, how to go about it, I dealt with it physically, get rid of all my things, and bought a new one. And yeah, I but it didn't stop there. The attack was still going on. And yeah, the attack was still going on, and it actually was getting worse, really, really worse, that I could not walk properly. I could not move properly. I could not see properly. My brain was so squeezed together. And and yeah then I called those people who are dealing with small box in the house, to check the house if everything is okay. I called the landlady. She should check. She should take care of it. To check the house if I because I told her that that I see like small animals, black bugs everywhere, black small small animals everywhere. So they try their best as well. They sent somebody to check everything. That person couldn't find anything. So and I bought and I bought that kind of poison that kills small animals and bugs and 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 mice. So I opened all the window wide, doors, everything, and spray it. Get the children in one room, and and spray the other room. And and I, then I was breathing that toxin too much in, but I did not realize. So when I finished, and the window door was open, all the door was open except where the children was. So I I went to the children, closed the door, and we just lie down. We slept, and while I was sleeping, I felt that the air was going out of me. Breath was just squeezing slowly out of me, like it felt like a balloon that has been pumped up with air, and squeezing the balloon slowly, the air out. That's how it felt. So just try to drag myself out of the door, to out of the apartment, to the neighbor. um yeah Try drag myself, and try with all my last breath to knock on the neighbor's door. And I thank Yahweh that she was in. She opened the door very quick, and she found me on the floor. She was shocked. She was just like, Helen, what is wrong with you? And um, yeah, Helen, what is wrong with you? And then I just told her that she should call she should call the ambulance, and call my sister. The number is on my phone, that she should come and pick up the children. And because I felt like that was it, and that I may not return back. So, and I told her, the number is my sister's number is on my phone. Her name is Zozunzo. So her name is Catherine, and um, she should yeah she should call her to get the kids, and so they called the ambulance. They called the ambulance, and the ambulance was quite quick there, about 7 to 10 minutes. So they asked me what is going on, and yeah, and I I tell them that poison, spray, and they took this spray poison with them. They took me to hospital near my place where I used to live there, and so yeah, it was quite horrible. And on the way, the life was squeezing more and more out of me, and my eyes was up, rolling up, and trying to get force myself and trying to get breath in. Yeah, as I was in the hospital, yeah, well, the nurse there was not quite nice. So they brought me to the room, check on blood pressure, and yeah, and gave me what's this give me drip, that thing was, I don't know what's called, um they gave me yeah, like water, so that I shouldn't dry out. And my yeah, when I was in hospital, my brain was at that time already, like, felt like it was cooking hot. and I asked them for a cloth or something to just yeah, to just wipe my head, wipe my face, cold cloth with water. And so um yeah, so, and after that they after that I they said the check this check they said that, oh, there's nothing wrong with you, and you haven't got any high blood pressure, so it's just that you yeah, you break too much poison in you. So, and later, yeah, in the morning after, I get to hear that they call the company producing the poison, and they said either she survived or not, so we cannot help her. So, and yeah, when the nurse came in, I can remember she was quite surprised that she said, oh, you're still alive. And I was looking at her, I was just like, okay, I didn't say anything, I was just looking at her. And in the night, when they brought me into the room, before I lie down, after try to cool my head, and try to cool my head, I spoke with the Lord, I said to the Lord, because I just knew, I just felt that that's it. I'm not going to come back. So I spoke to the Lord. I said, at that time I was still saying Jesus Christ. At that time I haven't known the Hebrew name. So I said, Jesus Christ, I give you my life. Do whatever you want to do. Do what you want to do with it. And yeah, after I spoke that word, I lied down, and something, a voice was saying that I should not sleep. Whatever I do, I should not sleep. I should not close the eye. I should try to open the eyes, to leave the eyes open. So I just stare at the door, because at the door was just was that small window where the was shining in the room, because they switched off the light in the room. So I could see the head of the doctors and nurses going up and down in the corridor. Yeah, going up and down. And yeah, after that, I was just staring at that small window at the door. I was just staring, and suddenly it was so dark. It was really, really dark. This darkness, you don't see it here, and you never experience it here. I've never experienced it. It's so dark. It's so dark. It pains in the eyes, and you could see, you could feel that thick of darkness. It doesn't exist in this world. And I was so nervous. I start raising my voice. And I was asking, because I was staring at this window that has where the light shine through that window, and I was asking, who turned the light off? Who turned the light off? Who turned the light off? And as I was asking myself, and in this thick darkness, in this horrible, painful, thick darkness, I saw this white, bright light. It was just coming closer and closer and closer, and there was this man in white, clothed in white, completely brighter than white, brighter than it was, so beautiful, and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. The light was so white, it was so bright, it was so beautiful. Round his waist, at his right side, around his waist was this golden girdle, like girdle, or what, girdle, round his waist, and was round his waist till the floor, to down, very long, very tall. And beside him was these two beautiful, wonderful, this beautiful, wonderful, two golden yeah, I I don't know what to call them, like creation, beautiful, golden, and this gold doesn't exist in this world. They are beautiful. They are so gold in this darkness, so gold and 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 shining so much. And yeah, and I saw myself, and I saw myself lying at at his feet, because I can remember when I was staring at that door. I was staring out in my mind. I was holding his feet. And I saw myself holding his feet, and I was looking at my I was looking and the right golden creature. Later I got to find out that they are cherubims. The right golden cherubims bent down on top of my head, and the Lord bent down with his right hand on top of my head, and they did something on top of my head, and then the right cherubim just just stood up again, looking directly into my eyes, looking at me directly. There I got to understand when human being, we do not look at each other, we just look at the flesh. But when the Lord look at you, then he really looks at you, that the real you. It was so beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. And then he smiled. After that, after they finished, then they were gone. And after they were gone, I just saw myself passing by. I just saw myself passing by, looking at myself, and I was waving to myself, smiling and waving and passing by. And later I got to understand that it's my spirit going back into the body. And I was just like looking, say, I'm here and I'm there. I'm waving to myself. So okay. And later I got to understand that this is my spirit going back into the body. And but another thing happened as well, is that that after that, another voice appeared, and that voice was not good. That voice was bad, and it really makes I didn't know, that voice just brought anger out when I heard that voice. And that voice showed me a picture about a young woman and young man sitting in the kitchen having conversation with each other, and that young man just went out of the kitchen. And there, when I saw that, I was very angry. I was really, really angry. I was really, really angry. I just said, I do not have time for that. I have to go back. My children are waiting for me. And when I said that, immediately I said that, I woke up. It was the next morning, and everything at that time, everything that was going on everything that was going on that I could not understand. All this what going on, immediately it just fell. It was just gone. And I could stood up, go to the toilet, wash myself, and move around as if it's nothing, as nothing happened. And what I want to say is that when it was shown to me that voice, that angry voice that was shown to me, the picture, the picture of a man and a woman in the kitchen having conversation with each other. It's like we have to be careful, because that the evil side also knows what we are wishing for. He knows that, when that you're waiting for a family, so it's kind of compromising, and that's where we have to be careful not to compromise, because there's nothing good come out of it when you compromise with the word of Yahweh. There's nothing good in it. There's nothing good. Nothing good come out of it. Nothing at all come out of it. And what I want to say is, Yahawahshaiya is Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. He brought me back to life. He gave me mercy to live in His way, in His word, to do His will. To glorify His awesome name, to put His word out there. And His word is forever. We should not think that the word that He has given to us, His word, all of His righteousness, that it has been dealt away with, or it has been put to cross. Nothing of it. He came down. He gave His life. He shed His blood, and so that we can be able to walk and to keep in His word. He's given us His Holy Spirit so that we can be able to do it. His word is not done away with. It's not put on the cross, not His 10 Commandments, not the word, not His word that He has given us in the Bible. Not His feast hasn't been done away with. It's still active. We have to live and work in His word. We have to let our life glorify His awesome name in everything that we do. We have to learn to listen to Him and to walk in His word, in His mercy, in His grace. I thank Almighty. I thank Yahweh for His faithfulness. I thank Him for His mercy. I thank him so much. I glorify his awesome name. Hallelujah. Amen.